Alright, hi peeps. Um, I hope the mic works well and it doesn't pick up like me breathing a lot. But like, yeah. Hopefully I set it all up. I made sure to check in OBS before I went live that I actually told it to do. Use this as the microphone instead of my computer. So, fingers crossed. Um, but yeah, pretty good $30 spent. What if I do say so myself? They're very bulky, and everyone says that, but like, they have both Bluetooth and wireless capabilities. Right now it's wireless connected via my dongle. Ow, that was my neck. And there's also really good, uh, what's the word? Noise cancellation. The one problem though is that means I have to keep one out when you're out of that set anytime I'm streaming, so that way I don't get too loud. But yeah. I bought the game. I got paid today, so. Hold on, I gotta pull up Twitch on my phone so I can see chat. Okay. And let me double check this. I think they wanted less of this. I think more of this. I'll try that. Oh, they purr. Oh, I forgot how cute of a game this was. I'll have to check too. Apparently, there's also a mute mode, which would be useful for like quick mutes. Perfect. I didn't see anything about them wanting more of that, so we're just gonna keep that. Okay. We'll go to the gotcha phone. Can't remember if I already have this or not. I'm glad to hear it, Glad. It makes me happy. Oh, that one's new. I know that. That looks like a fan, not a wind turbine. Uh, yeah. Yeah, same here. I actually went back, and it was kind of bad if I actually took care of myself, which is saying something about me, but I actually, during lunch, could barely eat. So I asked my boss, I'm like, hey, my fatigue's really kicking my ass right now. Can I just go lay down for like an hour or so? Yeah, I fell asleep for 2 hours. I managed to sleep through all the cleaning. Bit of a win on that one. Mm, no, not build. But yeah, it was a very long week for me and my coworkers. Where did the what? Where did the turbine go? Did I forget to claim it? And then I woke up and I was like, okay, let's do this. I feel good again. And that lasted 5 minutes before my heart was racing and like exhausted. I'm like, you have to be kidding me. I had debated working on my zine I was working on about chronic fatigue, but um I don't think my iPad has charge on it right now. Right now I'm just figured I'd do a little bit of a game. Just so that way A, I can try out my new headphones. See how the mic is on that. And B, kind of help me recharge so that way maybe I can drive into town and get like some McDonald's or something, because I think what I need is just some greasy food, A bunch of my coworkers are at my boss's house right now, and I'm just like, I just don't think I have the energy for it today. Oh, I got a little bonsai. Just Torsa. I know I need more of these. I saw that. Let's just go to 30 and see what happens. Where'd the bonsai go? I'm very confused. Maybe it just needs to be larger. A bigger station. Can I extend the station? This is the tutorial? Oh. Let's see. I did buy the full game, so this isn't the demo anymore, it's the full game. So I figured it's a really good PEM game. Because it's really calming music, it's really chill, there's not like huge things I have to focus on. It's just help the fish eat, or help them fish. Pet them, get purrs in return. I think it will, because I actually started the game on the demo, and then bought the game expecting to having to restart, and it actually remembered where I was in the demo. So it might not. We'll see. Oh, perfect! Yay! Yeah. And this one was $6. It's just a cute little indie game. I mean, as you can tell by the basically everything. I don't know if it's a Japanese studio that made it or if it's just like a game based off of Japanese culture, but it's just a sweet little game that's really cozy. Actually, I want to go check that now. Steam. This game can get so much more complicated than what I have right now. I honestly like just the nice chill little currently of the demo. It's only been out since July. So it's only been out for, release date was July 20th. So it's only been out for a few weeks, the full game. Yeah, I think it must be a Japanese game originally, because the language is, there's English, Korean, some Mandarin, simplified Chinese, and Japanese. I will say the new headphones aren't giving me too bad of like a headache, like pressure headache. I did just have to put my other headphone on so that way it'd be less, you know. But I forgot to order more. That's what I needed to do. I'm pretty sure they wanted more of the chocolate mango. Uh, Oops. Let me just drop it in there, why don't I? Can't remember if they wanted more or not. It's okay. I'm gonna try muting myself with the mic, see how it works. There's a button to mute, so I wanna see if it will work. to get some water. I was very thirsty. Okay, let's see. Okay, 30 was the right amount. Got it. I think we're just grinding until we can get this next one. Oh. Not the floating fairy lights. I can zoom out and I can zoom in. Whoa, that was a little too quick. There we go. Let's try this. Make it nice and big on screen. Maybe that will help with the fishing. Hold on. I really hope it actually worked and muted, because I don't know, because it switched from Discord over. So I hope that it mutes and I don't have to mute both OBS and Discord. That was my coworker. She asked if I wanted to hang out, and I'm like, I will come over soon, I promise. Right now, I just need relaxation time. Although she's not like a stressful coworker to hang out with, so she's such a sweet. I'm actually not shrimping this time because I'm propped up against two pillows. Okay. Oh, I can pause it and just catch all their fish like that. Hold on, I'm gonna text my coworker real quick. Do I apparently not have her contact? Let me go add her on Snapchat real quick. My Snap's been trying to get me to add her for so long now. That way I can tell her I'll be over at like 7, which gives me like another hour or so to chill. hmm We've all been getting sick this week too. We had what you call it, our disabled adults week this week, and then the kids this week were kind of a lot. There were like one of my coworkers had to fill out 2 incident reports and was debating on filling out a third. So we're all exhausted, and someone got us sick last week, and so each one of the staff was just like slowly dropping. So I'm finally recovering from my sickness. I think my stream earlier in the week I mentioned that I wasn't feeling 100%. And I know I'm counseling next week, which is the other reason why I wanted to get a bit of a stream in. I might be back later tonight, I might not. I think my coworkers and I are planning on watching Project Hail Mary because I haven't watched it yet. And I need someone to share the hyperfixation with. But I'll be here until 7-ish, so another hour or so. I know it's honestly my favorite movie. Like it makes me so happy. It's definitely one of my comfort media now. Hilariously, the coworker that just came was the one I first watched it with because we were counseling, and then that week we both got sick on the same day where me it was something I had eaten was not sitting with me properly, so I was doing pretty frequent trips to the bathroom, and I'll leave it at that. And she's very sensitive to smell, and the porta potty was horrible, and we think it caused her to throw up. So we ended up getting quarantined together in the same room because it didn't make sense to have us quarantining from the rest of the staff in a different room when we were both sick and we were both counseling with each other. So yeah, that was also a week. We had multiple kids get sick on us and there was heat exhaustion, and yeah, it was something. Um, but we ended up watching it together that night because we're like, what do we want to do? And I'm like, hey, do you want to watch something? Oh, wait, I have my dad's Amazon account. Do you want to watch this? And so we watched it together, and it was, yeah. And the purrs make me so happy. One thing that sucks is if you don't get it close enough, it doesn't register that you're trying to help the fish. So it's like that's the only one thing that I kind of don't like about the game. It's like you have to be spot on in order to get it. Okay, I was just looking at what we got here. I'll continue with this level because we haven't really expanded that much, but I'm pretty sure it's just the tutorial right now. Yay! That makes me happy. Ducky! Yeah, for sure. I'd probably be moving back to Minnesota because you and I'm like, as things continue to go down south here, transferring might be nice. They've got some good uh, museum programs somewhere. They have to, for sure. That's the one thing that's been very nice about my school is even though Wisconsin's slowly kind of being like more and more icky when it comes down to it, like I had to wait to start T because Wisconsin was complying with the executive order that said that testosterone or like hormone replacement therapy couldn't be started until you were 19. Um, I had to wait for that. Um, I mean, my college is still decently safe, though the college Republicans are something else. And also, my school had some interesting things related to the whole incident I was just referring to with college Republicans. It was something. They were being stupid. The incident was that they had their Halloween meeting and they did a costume party and um they had people dressing up as ICE and protesters and posted it on their social media. And of course, everyone was quick to screenshot and everything, and made college Democrats made statement. But then the issue that came up with it afterwards was in response, a bunch of actually my floor mates, because I live on the rainbow floors, um, took chalk down to um the campus and just chalked a lot of things. Um, a lot of things that were just like everyone deserves SNAP, like SNAP benefits. History has their eyes on you, stuff like that. Like I have some photos of what I like my favorites. There were a few that were maybe not the nicest. Um, and some typical like ice out messages, stuff like that. And the university commented on that before they commented really on the whole incident. And they were like, we need to be peaceful, guys. So those messages were not good. And we're like, fuck off. So the messages continued. And yeah, there was a whole thing where, yeah, they would try to erase certain words. And some people did join and add things that were like, there were like swear words and stuff. So I get them trying to erase those messages. But like, they would erase any, like, the university would take water to anything that had like base in it or Trump directly named. So that was a fun time, and that really never stopped. As soon as winter left, the chalking continued anytime there was a huge major thing. Which, as long as it was peaceful, it was usually left alone, but it was still kind of like the university didn't really want us doing it, but we didn't give a shit. So, like, I flat out know people who went to go do that, so yeah, that was my fun freshman year. So it's just like, yeah, I live in the rainbow floor, and yeah, we weren't doing like that was the thing. It wasn't like we were doing anything else. We were just taking chalk to the sidewalks in on campus, and it's like, if you don't want potential tour people seeing that stuff, maybe you shouldn't have reacted the way you did. Like, because that's why they didn't care otherwise. They just wanted the school to look good for everyone, but it was just like, y'all, no. Yeah, same. I mean, the main one I'm worried about is just our governor's race because we've got a extreme abortion ban Republican and then some meh Democrats, and then we have Francesca Hong, which like we all want Fran to win, but like, will we be able to pull a Mom Donnie? Who knows? Yeah, they do want the money. And they also want the reciprocity because most of my, because we have reciprocity with Minnesota, obviously, and we are only like 2-ish hours away from the cities. So we have a lot of Minnesotans in um our system. So, although right now my school is the one providing me with the tea, and it is only $35 per bottle for 3 months supply, and $5 for the syringes, and they give me 3 months supply of that too. So every 3 months or so until I'm out of school, I'm spending $40 on testosterone. And I live on a gender neutral floor, one of the two rainbow floors in my school. I also, there are more rainbow floors. There's, well, not floors, but there's rainbow living communities. So some of the upperclassmen housing also have it, but Yeah, that's what I'll probably do once I leave school is go to the closest Planned Parenthood because it's only a little bit more to in Wisconsin, so someone's at my door. What if I just ignore it? Give me a minute. That's nice. That was one of my other coworkers asking if I wanted to go to my boss's house for dinner. Okay, did I do everything I need to? Okay. I really kind of want to stream the night away, but like I did have plans to hang out with my coworkers, so I'll probably stream tomorrow. We'll see. I got worried for a moment that I hadn't unmuted myself. I only think I have to do like another day or so, and then we can buy the next. Get some good kitty first. Oh, today is Friday. I don't know why I thought today was Thursday. It's tea day. No, that's fair. That was the other thing that my uni was very nice was they gave me a sharps container as well as the information on where I can dispose of it in town. Because like there's obviously sharp containers in the university, but they also have other sharps containers and where they are in town. Yeah, I'd probably be doing the same if I didn't have one as well. Hmm, good to know. And like in my university town, it's really useful because there is just like public um sharps containers, like I was saying. Like there's one in a public park, I know that for a fact. So it's like as long as it's marked and it's in the proper container. I love that. God, this game's so cozy. I love it so much. Oh, ouch. I think the closest one in my hometown would have been the police office, which I would have had to actually go into the police office. Um, or actually, no, I don't even think that's the sharps. I think that's unused drugs. 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 Because I'm pretty sure they do. Yeah, same, me too. They might have a sharps. I wouldn't be surprised if they have a sharps there too. But I know that they have unused um drugs and also like there's drug take back days, but it's also easier just to do it at any time, you know. Yeah, because the town that is closest to the camp I work at is 1,000. Town of like 1,300. So like right now I'm in my dream. I love small towns. I love small towns, hate small town politics, but that's another whole story. Oh, icky. By the way, how's the mic sounding? I'm assuming since you guys are replying to me, like you can hear me decently, but since it's new, I want to just. Yeah. It's roughly the same, it's like an hour drive for me for going back home, which is why I haven't gotten home all that much. Um, am I 4 months now? Yeah, that's fair. Hey, my uni town is like 6,000, but it's still got the small town vibe. It's one of the driving places. It's like one of those colleges that has a small town vibe while being a bigger city. Um, Whereas like I'm from a town of 10,000, which anytime I mention that to some people, they're like, "That's big," and I'm like, "Yes, I know. We're like the last big town, and then we have a bunch of satellite towns that are a few hundred." Psst. All good. They like the watermelon. That will be nice. I think that's another thing that kind of contributes to the small town vibe of my home area. It's because the reservation is like it's nearby the and it's kind of surrounding both sides of my town because there's the res um in between the town that's 30 minutes away from me, and then there's the res that's attached to the um casino, and that's actually like just outside of my town, and I didn't even know about that. It's in between my town and the town with the casino. More on the casino side, but like my dad, one day we were driving home from his fiance's, but she lives outside of the town, and there was someone trying to hitchhike back to the res, and it was just like, oh yeah, we would have helped them, but we literally had no space in the car. It was some day where like I was carrying so much shit in the back that it was just we had like no space. Otherwise, we would have easily taken them. I don't do good in big cities. I like small cities. I mean, I don't. For my masters, I know I'm gonna have to go into one of the bigger cities, and it's just like I'm not looking forward to that because I really just want to be able to stay in a smaller city. I feel like soon I'll switch levels, maybe. Yeah, exactly. That's the same with me. I think there's a pretty good balance in my college town, but I definitely do better. I want to get the right number and then we'll switch levels, I think. Or we'll just continue playing this level because I'm only going to be going until 7. So about 20-ish more minutes. I mean, I love that it was there, but oof. makes sense. That's the one, like, hard thing about things like that. It's just like you find your community, but you also, stuff like that can happen and completely just like shake it, or the exposure can cause more bad attention on you as a person. I think that's what made me such a good candidate for like helping lead my school's GSA when I was back in high school. Was like I'm I'm white, and at the time I'm I was always identifying as gender fluid, but I think people still perceive me more as female. Um, and my mom was a teacher, and I was in student council and NHS, and I took shit from no one. And so people didn't target me. So even though some people might try to like get under my skin or call me like the F slur or whatever, I'm like, good job, Captain Obvious, you know? But like some of my other friends that were in the group got like targeted and harassed. But like I was the leader of the group for all 4 years, and they let me be, and I am thankful for that privilege. But it was just like it was still scary regardless, being in that public spotlight of that. But I was glad that I could do that so I could keep my friends more safe. I didn't pay attention if they wanted more or not. The one thing that I loved about my town, though, is you always found the allies in the most unexpected places. Because I remember we were once announcing, this was my freshman year, we were announcing the beginning of the GSA at lunch. And during one of the lunches, we started getting heckled. And this country girl was the one to tell everyone to shut up. The entire, like, cafeteria, she was just like, shut it, or something like that. And then later came up and was just like, hey, I hope it, like, success and like kind of like the whole like, hey, I'm not gay, but like I hope you guys do good type of thing. She was your stereotypical country kid that you would expect to be an ass to people like us, where it was just like, but nope. That's why I always tell people when I joke them from like Hickville, USA, and like there's a difference between Hicks and country kids. Country kids have Midwest nice. Hicks are assholes. Like, there's the difference. I love country kids. Like, they were some of my good friends during high school and stuff like that. Whereas the Hicks, you run the other way. It's like not all mullets are bad, but most of them are. And by that I mean the people wearing the mullets. Most mullets are bad, but we collected all of it. Do they want more of it? I gotta keep on paying attention. I'm yapping a lot. Ah, no. Also, Cloud, I'll tell you about this too because you might appreciate it. So especially now that I have a new mic and I'll test it out. Like I'll listen to the spot, see how it sounds and all that. But I'm finally getting started on doing more like ASMR stuff. Uh, and my plan is I have a OC, um, vampire OC that actually lives in the Midwest. So, but my plan was to have like a bunch of like co-working audios as well as uh well when we get closer to Halloween, I'm gonna start recording now so that way during spooky season I can just like release and not have to worry about recording. But having us do reading probably Dracula, but also do like co-working things of like because one of my special interests is folklore, folk spirituality, and basically anything esoteric and paranormal. So just having like days where I go on to JSTOR and just do deep dive, but like as the character, just doing research and stuff. But yeah, um, I don't have it. I think it's in my should be in my Twitch. No, it's not yet. I'll have to double check. I thought I had put it in my Twitch. I have a Patreon. It's free Patreon, and it will remain free for the time being. I don't have any plans on making it paid. Mainly because YouTube is trying to target a lot of creators, but also ASMR creators especially. Some pretty big channels have been lost recently. So I'm more or less using Patreon as my hosting site instead of YouTube. But yeah. Do they still want more? Damn, they really like the watermelon. I mean, frankly, that design looks very yummy too. Yeah, me neither. It's a lot of stupidity. I had seen something that even apparently, YouTube doesn't like you, um, linking to outside links or anything that could be against like what they like nowadays, which like it's so hard to tell what they like nowadays because those ASMR creators weren't doing anything like suggestive or anything. They were just doing ASMR. And so it was just like, okay, they want more. It's like even having my own like my Twitch linked on my YouTube is like questionable because I sure as shit talk about things YouTube wouldn't like. But I just gotta make sure I re-download all my VODs and find some place to put it. Oh, I forgot to read that paragraph. Yeah, that's something I always love about the like older generation where sexuality was definitely a lot more fluid before it was like the whole thing of like labeling. Which there's nothing wrong against labeling. I love finding my communities and stuff like that, but like it's so funny how many people have that experience of they're like, hey, parental figure, I'm gay. We're all gay sometimes. No, no, we're not. Oh, if anything, for paid stuff, I was thinking about maybe just doing like some art prints because I have like some of the stuff I have on my coffee, um, mainly like the cats with stained glass or gothic architecture, like those arts, and have it be like a monthly like artwork you guys get, and it would be like $3, but like maybe not even that. So, did I order more? I think I ordered more already. Yeah, in a little bit I'll make sure that the Patreon link is in my Twitch links. I could have sworn I had put it in my Twitch links, but now it's not popping up. Oh no, it is there. It's just not showing up on mobile for some reason. I'd pay for that. That's the only thing I was thinking about potentially putting behind a paywall is if I decide to do not safe for work stuff, but right now I'm not in a place where I can. And I'll have to gauge, because like I don't want to be trying to do not safe for work stuff, even if it is just like reading smut, while dealing with thin worm wolves. So I'll have to work around that. It'd be very soft spoken like my normal streams though. They still want more? These are some hungry kitties. I mean, if I was looking that cute nonstop, I'd be pretty hungry too. I know, the widow kitties. Holy crap, you guys want more? Lord. I guess it must be summer in game. This is a good game just to shut my brain off. It's a good yapping game too, because I can easily yap like I've been this entire time. Not that I don't yap when streaming normally, but when I get really locked in, I get quiet. So like I'll be in Stardew and I'll be quiet for like a good 15 minutes, and then I'll realize I've been quiet for 15 minutes. Oops. Yep. Same. Okay, now there's too much good to know. How big can I get the heart balloon? Okay, we got like 7 minutes before I have to go. And let's see if we can get the right number. I drank almost my full water bottle during stream today. It's because I put my roommate's Gatorade powder in there too. Which means that my body's just been like, holy shit, electrolytes. I needed that. You never realize just how dehydrated you are until you're thirsty and you need electrolytes, and then you drink electrolytes, and you're like, holy shit, I didn't know that there was like an extra level between being dehydrated and being dehydrated and electrolytes. I did it a few years ago actually because my dad got really into it. So there was a bit that I used Element. Um, that was like a few years ago now, maybe two or three. Um, there was this one dude that my dad really likes to. Yeah, I'm getting to that point too where if I don't have electrolyte powder, I'm dead. Um, my dad used Hydrate. It was by this guy named Jocko, and so it's called Jocko Hydrate. And we used that for a good chunk of time. Right now, I have some Gatorade powder, and which is Propel powder, and um, I think I've used all my liquid IV that I also had because the Propel was less electrolytes. So I used the liquid IV when it was like really hot or I was really fatigued. But I think I might need to switch just over if I need like cheap ones to do like just regular Gatorade powder because there's more electrolytes and shit in that. Even though I get the weird Gatorade thingy, the like grogginess. I didn't pay attention if they liked that number or not. Which if they do, it's gonna make me really happy because it's 42, the answer to everything. It's perfect. We'll play this day and then I'll get going. I gotta get ready for movie night. I'm really glad I did decide to stream though, because I was kind of on the fence of like, do I want to or no? But this has been a good recharger. Plus I get to yap with you guys. I have to look into that one for electrolytes too. Yeah. Well, I'm glad I was able to be a good distraction, because I know anytime I'm having bad PEM and I see you're alive, I'm like, wee. That day went quickly, holy crap. Oh, you know what we can buy? Nah. I think we've made it to basically like a good level where we can stop. Anywho, I need OBS. There's OBS. So yeah, thank you everyone for coming. Hopefully I'll be back tomorrow. There was something I needed to do tomorrow, and now I can't remember what it is. So I'll probably stream until I panically remember what it is. Have a good day, night, evening, afternoon, wherever you are. Take care of yourselves, drink water, eat food. I will do the same, I promise. And I will see you guys later. Au revoir.